Hello everyone. Well, time to continue on with Invisible Agent. Oh wait, that's James Bond. Never mind. The grandson Dr. Jack Griffin, the original Invisible Man, has emigrated to the United States and owns a print shop in Manhattan under the assumed name of Frank Raymond. In his shop, he is confronted by four armed men who reveal that they know his true identity. One of the men, Conrad Stauffer, is a lieutenant general of the SS, while second, Baron Ikito, is Japanese. They offer to pay for the invisibility formula and threaten amputation if it is not revealed. Griffin manages to escape with the formula in his hands. Griffin is reluctant to release the formula to the U.S. government officials and only agrees to limited cooperation following the bombing of Pearl Harbor. The conditions that the formula can only be used on himself. Later, while in flight to be parachuted behind German lines on a secret mission, he injects himself with the invisibility serum. Griffin strips out of his clothing as he parachutes down, much to the shock of German troops tracking his descent. After landing, Griffin evades German troops and makes contact with an old coffin maker named Arnold Schmidt, who reveals the next step of Griffin's mission. Griffin is to obtain a list of German and Japanese spies within the U.S. The list was in the possession of Stauffer. Griffin is aided in his task by Maria Sorensen, a German espionage agent and the love interest of both Stauffer and Stauffer's well-connected second command, Gestapo Standartenführer Karl Heiser. According to their plan, Sorensen attempts to gain information from Heiser during a private dinner, with Griffin as witness. Inexplicably, Griffin uses his invisibility to play tricks on Heiser instead. Finally enraged when the dinner table mysteriously tips and sews his uniform, Heiser places Sorensen under house arrest. Later, an apologetic Griffin demonstrates his existence to Sorensen by putting on a robe and spraying facial cream on his features. The two are attracted to each other. Conrad Stauffer returns from his efforts in the United States and tries to manage his shifting alliances with Karl Heiser, Maria Sorensen, and Baron Ikito. When he learns of Heiser's disastrous romantic dinner with Sorensen, Stauffer has Karl Heiser arrested and baits a trap for Griffin, whom he comes to suspect has made contact with Maria. Despite walking the Stauffer's trap, Griffin manages to obtain the list of agents and start a fire to cover his escape. Griffin takes the list of agents to Arnold Schmidt for transmission to England. Conrad Stauffer tries to hide the loss of the agent list from the prying Baron Ikito. Baron Ikito has been staying at the local Japanese embassy. When Stauffer refuses to answer Ikito's questions, the two confess to each other that German and Japanese cooperation is not one of trust. Without revealing their plans to each other, both men start separate hunts for the invisible agent. The plot thickens Griffin steals to a German prison to obtain information from Karl Heiser about a planned German attack on New York City. Dun dun dun. In exchange for additional information, Griffin helps Heiser escape his imminent execution. Griffin returns with Heiser to Schmidt, who in the meantime has been arrested and tortured by Stauffer. In the shop, Griffin confronts Maria Sorensen, whom he suspects has betrayed Schmidt, and is captured with a net trap by Ikito's men. Uh-oh. Heiser escapes detection and attempts to save his life and career by phoning in Ikito's activities to Stauffer. Griffin and Sorensen are taken to the Japanese embassy, but manage to escape during the mayhem that ensues when Stauffer's men arrive. For the joint failure to safeguard the list of Axis agents, Ikito kills Stauffer and then commits seppuku, ritual suicide, as Heiser watches from the shadows. Yeesh. Assuming command, Heiser arrives too late to the local airbase to stop Griffin and Sorensen from escaping. The couple acquires one of the bombers slated for the New York attack and destroy other German planes on the ground as they fly to England. Phew! Stauffer's loyal men catch up with Karl Heiser and he is shot. Uh-oh. Griffin succumbs to his injuries before he can radio ahead. England's air defense shoots down the craft, but not before Sorensen parachutes them to safety. Later, in hospital, Griffin has recovered and is wearing facial cream so that he can be visible again. Sorensen appears with Griffin's American handler, who vouches for Sorensen that she has been an allied double agent all along. Sorensen is left alone with Griffin. Griffin reveals that he's actually visible under the facial cream, and they kiss. Aww. Sorensen happily accepts the challenge of discovering how Griffin regained his visibility. Wow, that's pretty interesting, huh? Well, a mix of sci-fi with spy action. I give Invisible Agent 4 jack-o'-lanterns out of 5. Well, join me tomorrow as as we take a look at The Invisible Man's Revenge. So, until then, see you guys.